It's that time again. Let's see what's in the spooky vintage toy box. Today, on a special Halloween edition of Vintage Toy Box, we're going to be looking at some figurines from my all-time favorite Halloween movies. I watch these two movies every year without fail. And those movies are Ghostbusters 1 and... beg your pardon. Ghostbusters 1 and 2. And to help me today, forgive me, live blooper.
I'm helping today, by the way.
My lovely hubby will be helping me today because one of those boxes is incredibly heavy, and you'll see why. Let's take a look at what we've got.
We'll remove this, I think.
Again, forgive the voice. I've mentioned before I have an issue where my voice goes a bit slurry. But yeah, we work through it, so
yeah.
thought I'd just mention it.
Right, so which one first?
The big one.
The big one, alright.
And the figurines we're looking at today are the two main baddies from Ghostbusters 1 and 2. We have Gozer from Ghostbusters 1 and Vigo from Ghostbusters 2. And I am so excited they finally made this. Now, these aren't vintage, I'll be honest, but I'm very glad they made them. I don't think they made these in the 80s, so...
I don't know. I mean, they're certainly of a vintage movie, so that's at least
so
one
they're
thing.
from a vintage movie. Two vintage movies, in fact.
I mean, I don't think they're exactly new.
No.
I mean, this is still boxed, but I think it's been around for a while. So.
A little while. I mean, I think they were made was for the re-release of the new Ghostbusters movie.
Yeah, yeah.
The one that was released a couple of years ago.
Yeah. Because I think the film was in around 1984 or something.
Yeah, the first one was in 1984 and Ghostbusters 2 was 1989.
Right.
Which I saw in the cinema. I never got to see the first one in the cinema because I was too young.
Okay.
There you go. I've just shown my age. But what we're going to do is we'll look at these close up. I'm actually going to take Gozer here out of her box. Its box. And it actually comes as a beautiful plinth, which it stands on. And hubby's going to build that for us.
It's only going to try anyway.
Well, let's hope we can get it done. We haven't tried to do this yet, so this should be fun. Anyway, let's take a closer look at these figures. Okay, so here we are. Now, I need to point out we didn't realise that you can't build the plinth that comes with Gozer unless you have all the figurines, because each figurine comes with a piece of the plinth. So guess what? We're going to have to do a sequel next year with all the figures together. If you guys would like to see that, let me know in the comments below. But firstly, before we start with the figures, I want to show you the little pamphlet that came with it and all the figures you can collect in this series.
Yeah, as well as some other things that these people that make this make. So this is the pamphlet, or the leaflet, or whatever you would call.
I don't like the ones on the front. They look weird.
Let me just open it up. Right, so
give me one side.
You can have one side, and there we are. So you can see there, this is what we're attempting to collect.
Yes.
So that's going to be a thing to do next year, isn't it? And as you can see, they also have these funny little things.
Are they called chibi? I don't know.
They're called mini mates or
very
something.
Weird.
Vinny mate. Vinny mates?
I do not like the look of these.
But also,
hold it a bit firmer there.
Right, sorry, right there.
No, down.
Down.
I mean, I like the little
the ghosty
I
thing.
forgot to read it. Slimer, of all things to forget. And there's, I think, a Stay Puft. If you turn it over, there's some really cool figures I want to show you.
Those are the other bad guys, I suppose.
There, if you do like that.
Marshmallow Man, is it?
Yeah. Look at that one.
Yeah. That's where he's on fire, isn't it?
Yeah. And you can get some
slimy things.
Oh, silicone trays. You can make your own, like chocolates or sweets. I like that.
Yeah, so there's all sorts of things. So I might go onto the website and
take a look
see,
around.
how we can do.
So I have to say I prefer that.
Yeah, but we want to get these.
I think it's better we put it down on a flat surface. I mean, some of these chibi things, they're not my style of
Why
film.
would they be called Vinny mates? Isn't one of the
Mini
Ghostbusters?
mates.
No, Vin.
Oh, I have
Isn't
no idea.
one of the Busters called Vin?
No. The Ghostbusters, if I got right, was Egon, Winston, Ray, and Peter.
Okay.
If I've got that wrong, please tell me down below.
Well, anyway.
Anyway, let's take a look at
Right,
these gorgeous figures. So the first one I'm going to bring up, and hubby will help me with the movements on this. Again, sorry, I've only got one good hand at the moment. Is Gozer. And she was the villainess,
Yeah.
in Ghostbusters 1 at the very end.
Yeah.
The one that kind of blew up a building. You'll know what I'm talking about
Yeah.
if you've seen the movie. Also, I don't want to spoil it. She's got some very interesting articulation and very odd arms. I'll let hubby show you. I'll turn the camera slightly.
Right. Okay.
So,
as you can, I think the arms are like this because didn't she stand in that position with her arms out weirdly?
Yes, she did.
And then she's got some.
Bring your hands down a bit because
whoopsie.
we're not seeing.
And
there
then
we go.
she can turn her back to front.
Please don't, that's too creepy.
And then I think the legs are really quite. You see the
weird articulation on that, but
yeah.
I don't know why it's weird.
But it wasn't she. So as you said, a contortionist in real life.
The lady who took the part, I don't even think she had ever acted before, but they chose her because she was like a contortionist or a gymnast or something.
I mean, for a figurine with the articulation, you see here the knee, it's actually literally a separate joint, like a real knee joint. So, I mean, it's really good, actually, as a figure. I've not seen, figures with this much articulation before.
No, it's... Modern action figures have a lot of articulation.
I mean, okay, obviously you can...
She clearly has something that you can where's her foot there. Holding it till she stands up.
And then the sculpt of it...
I'm not sure about that because I think in the film she had like jewels on her outfit. It was shiny, that's all I remember.
Whereas this, it appears like she's got these boils
that just
and
doesn't
you
look
can
right.
see the veins. Those are blood vessels. Those are veins.
Yeah,
So
she had
maybe-
that on her outfit, but she was like glowy. Not glowy, shimmery kind of thing.
I suppose, that was difficult to do. And then the face is is a completely separate sculpt.
Yes.
Because you can see the colour is different.
It is a very good sculpt, to be honest. It does actually look like her.
I mean...
For some reason, we have two heads.
Yeah, she comes with it.
I don't...
Put that down.
I can hold the other head if you want.
There we are. It's gone over there.
Sorry, people. Hang on.
See, this head, there's not a lot of difference to her, except you can see her teeth.
I'm not sure why that is, but...
She looks
I think her eyes look different.
Yeah, no, she's definitely having a different expression. She's more animal-like. Because doesn't she turn into an animal?
I think she does at one point, yes.
Yeah, so maybe that's sort of an intermediate.
She also comes with another set of hands.
Yeah, which are just... No, they're exactly the same.
Exactly
actually,
the same. I'm not quite sure why, but maybe they're just optional extras,
Yeah. I mean, there'd be bits that you would lose if you would... But she's quite well done, even the back and that sort of thing. So yeah, I'd say the articulation is quite
very
unusual.
good. I quite like the articulation on the modern action figures. Want to take her across? Now I'm going to bring in one of my favourite characters ever. Of both movies, my favourite villain was Vigo. And this guy was, I don't know, I was quite young when I saw the second one. Terrified me, but he was still my favourite villain. So this is Vigo, the scourge of Carpathia and the sorrow of Moldavia. I think that's what he says. Now, interesting story, the fellow that actually played this, everyone always said how did they make him look so much bigger and taller than everyone else. Truth be told, the actor whose name I will try to put on screen, it's German, so I'm not going to try to pronounce it, but he was literally about 6'6" or 6'7". He was tall, so he did tower above everyone anyway.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, he's not alive anymore. Yeah, this is a lovely figure. It's quite big, so I might tilt the camera up slightly so we can get it. There we go, a better view of him. And he's in his, I believe the face is when he had the like scary evil look, because the normal Vigo would have had blonde hair and a more normal looking face.
Yeah.
The sculpt isn't brilliant on the face. It doesn't really look like the actor, but again, if they're trying to capture the evil,
Yeah, I mean, as a sculpt, it's very good. It's
it is still
quite
pretty good.
detailed.
The outfit is very detailed. I mean, he's got the outfit is literally perfect.
Yeah, the sort of type of armor, I
Even the
presume
little
it
skull.
is. Yeah, if you can,
Yes.
you can see there's a skull there.
And the articulation is good. The legs are a bit weird. To say
Yeah.
Let me turn the
Again,
camera a bit for
yeah.
you. There you go.
Again, he's got different joints to the other one,
Very
but
weird.
they are the legs and hips move quite well, and again, the articulation's very good.
Yes, it is.
And you would think the armor or the clothing would limit it, but the way they've done it is the clothing's actually movable.
Yeah.
So he can do that without an issue. Would he come with anything?
Right, here's the thing. Now, unfortunately, they did not sell the Vigo figure here in the UK. I had to get it from the States. And to get the full figure with all the accessories costs over about £100. So this guy I managed to get for a decent price, but he didn't have his accessories. He does, but I've only ever seen in the box, so I can't make out exactly what the accessories are.
Yeah.
But I'm just happy to have him because I've always wanted a Vigo, and they've never really made one until they made this one, which is quite recent again. As you can see by the articulation, it's a very modern figure. But yeah,
would this be made by the same people that made the other one?
No, I don't. Possibly yes, because this would have been from the second series of Ghostbusters figures. So I think he comes. I believe he comes with a Janusz. You can get him. I think Dana and the baby. I'd have to look into it. I've not been able to find any reference to the other characters though. But I think they made a series 1, which was the one that Gozer came from, and a series 2, which they've not released the series 2 figures in the UK yet.
Really? Oh, okay.
That's what I think the issue is.
Oh, I see. Okay.
If I ever get one, if they do release them here, I might get one of him with all his
Yeah,
stuff.
or if we see one,
Yes.
by the off chance.
Definitely.
I mean, I don't think they're things that are mass produced, really, are they?
No, they're more for like the collector who grew up with Ghostbusters. I wouldn't give this to a kid to play with, or a young kid, because they might break things off or lose things.
Well,
So-
like any other figurine.
Well, yeah, I suppose. But
anyway,
I'm quite happy to have him because I've always wanted one. I would have liked to be able to. I'm thinking maybe his accessory would have been the picture that he had behind him.
Yes, because he spent a lot of time in that picture.
Yeah,
didn't
because he comes out of the picture, the haunted picture.
Yeah.
And that would have been cool to have. But yeah, I'm very happy to have him. I do like my Vigo, and he's gonna take pride of place in my collection along with Miss Gozer over there.
Yeah, and along with all the other things.
And
that
the
are pride of
others when I
place.
get them. I've so many things that are like, this is going to take pride of place. I think hubby's kind of like at the point where he's like, we'll see where it's going to go.
Well, yeah, you know, we don't. We have a limited space, but then collectors are like that, don't they? We'll have to start building shelves or something.
I do definitely want to get his henchman. I think his name is Janusz. I said it just now.
Yeah.
It'd be kind of sweet to have him too, because
because he was interesting.
yeah, that guy was hilarious. It'd be nice to have the two of them together. But we'll see. If you'd like to see a video with some more Ghostbuster figures, let me know down below, and I'm sure we can oblige.
Yeah, well, it definitely gives us something to work towards, isn't it?
Definitely. So there you
Right.
go. Those are our 2 figures for our lovely Halloween special.
Should we not show them what we do have of the plinth?
Ah, yes. Well done. We're going to turn the camera now so I can show you
right,
what the
so-
plinth looks like. Well, the part of it that we're...
Well,
Sorry about that, guys. The part of it that we have. So there is the plinth.
Yeah.
Okay.
And as you can see, okay, if I take the hands off, presume the other bits sort of slot in various places there. It looks relatively simple. It looks quite well made. It's obviously plastic, but
It is.
yeah. At least that's what I think. I think this is how it goes together. But yeah, so we'll see what else we can get, and this will be a sequel. That's next Halloween, I suppose.
Yes, hopefully next Halloween we'll be able to show you all the figures all together on the plinth.
Yeah.
That will be quite a video.
Yeah. So.
That is the plinth. And that's our video. I hope you enjoyed looking at these lovely figures as much as we enjoyed showing them. Real blast for the past for both of us.
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah, makes me want to watch the movie now.
Well, we have the DVDs and
Yeah,
I think they're on Netflix. I think.
Yeah, anyway.
Here's a question for those who have watched both Ghostbusters 1 and 2. Which is your favourite of these two evil villains? Mine's Vigo.
Obviously.
I want to wish all my lovely subscribers a wonderful, spooky Halloween. And until we see you in our next video, from me, and a big thank you to my lovely hubby.
Bye.
Bye. Hey guys, if you like this video, please give it a rate, comment and subscribe. It really helps me out. And thank you all for your wonderful and continued support of my channel.